Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside the MGM Grand Garden Arena here in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. This is boxing. This is Top Rank, presented by Hall of Fame boxing promoter Mr. Bob Arum, sitting right beside me. My name is Mark Chinook, and Fight Week continues here in Las Vegas. Brought to you by Bud Light, the official beer of celebrations, by AutoZone, Get in the Zone, by Boost Mobile, Money is Power, and by C4 Energy that hits. Energy that hits. Before we bring out our main event, joining me now are those that will square off on the pay-per-view portion of our card. Tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific time, I will sit down with those taking part in our undercard. Two massive fights on our pay-per-view portion. 10 rounds in the lightweight division, Jeremiah Nakatia, Raymond Murataya. 10 rounds in the junior lightweight division, Adam Lopez, Oscar Valdez. Gentlemen, thank you so much for spending time with us today. I know Fight Week is chaotic, but being able to sit down with you, get a little insight as we creep closer and closer to Saturday means the world to everybody in boxing. We're sitting here, guys, on the floor of this legendary venue. And we'll start down there with you, sir. How you feeling? What does it mean to be sitting here inside MGM Grand Garden Arena on a card, possibly, well, not possibly, the fight of fights in 2023?
Yeah, no, I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be back in Vegas. I'm happy. I can't wait for Saturday night and do my thing. I'm just excited. I'm just excited to be here. I would like to thank Mr. Topran management for considering voice. I would like to thank my promoter, Mr. Nes, my team, my coach, Mr. Nichi Natangwede. I know it was not easy to be here, but at least we are here now. So we are looking forward to Saturday so that we can make a statement.
Jeremiah, you said it wasn't easy to get here, and I had that written down. Talk about the journey and the travel that you go through to get to Las Vegas from Namibia.
Yeah, it's far from Namibia to here to Las Vegas. It's quite a lot of hours flying. Yeah, but it's now. I'm getting used to it now. So it's not the first time. It's a couple of times that I have to fly from Namibia to Vegas and back. Yeah, I'm getting used now. It's not a problem. The distance is not a problem.
I got a real estate agent I'll put you in touch with. We'll get you a condo here in Vegas. You can spend more time with us. I love that smile. Raymond Murataya, you wanted this one. You're quoted on you wanted this one. Why now? Why this fight right now?
I mean, I'm just ready to be a champ, man. This is nothing but hard work we're putting in, and I just can't wait for Saturday, man. I'm just trying to show people that I'm the next 135 champ.
Your last time out, what did you take away from that fight? You put on a show, but that first round, did you come out not warmed up enough? What was the reason behind that sort of rough start to that last time out?
Yeah, it's definitely we're having trouble with the gloves in the back, but yeah, I definitely didn't warm up like I usually do. But I got knocked down, got back up, and I got the stoppage.
Jeremiah, I want to come back to you. 14 months ago was the last time you stepped into the ring, and I think you shocked the boxing world defeating Miguel Berchelt. An amazing display. Do we see that guy again Saturday night?
Just say it again.
You put on a show the last time you were in the ring.
Yes.
A beautiful display, a great victory.
Yes.
Do we see that same fighter again Saturday night?
Yeah, I think you're gonna see more than that. The last time I was in Vegas, you see what I display. Come Saturday, it will be more than that.
Were you surprised when Raymond wanted to fight you Saturday night? When you got the call?
Yeah, I saw it on first. I saw it on social media when he mentioned my name, and I just want to say that he can't handle what he call out.
You want to respond to that? He said you can't handle what you called out.
Listen, man, I'm ready. I'm ready for anybody right now. To be the best, man, you just gotta go through these people, man, and I'm just trying to get to the top, so I'll be taking care of business Saturday.
This card is stacked top to bottom. You're clearly on it for a reason. When you see the two guys in the main event, is that where you want to be one day?
That's exactly where I want to be, man, and hopefully I can get the winner.
I was reading a quote. Your father's your trainer, Garcia's your manager, but Robert's chimed in here and there. He's given you some great tips. You were quoted on that. How's that dynamic helped you get to where you are today?
It's been great, man. These guys, they know me so well. They have a lot of experience in boxing, man, and it's just been great and a pleasure to have them by my side.
Jeremiah, I got one more question for you. Back home, you work as a police officer, and I actually think I asked you this once back in the hallway. Do you get more nervous stepping into the ring, or are you more nervous walking the beat back in Namibia?
Not nervous at all. Being a police officer, it opens your mind. A lot of environment that you go through. It make your mind stronger when you're a police officer or when you're a forceman. I'm a forceman. There's nothing to fear. It feel like I can also work anywhere in the world. So there is nothing to fear about being here or being anywhere.
Listen, gentlemen, thank you so much for spending a few minutes with us today. We're going to move on here. 10 rounds in the junior lightweight division. This is a rematch. Adam Lopez, Oscar Valdez. Gentlemen, I think a lot of people want to see this one again. Oscar, you're 1 year out of the ring. How excited are you to get back into it?
Oh, man, I'm excited. I'm extremely excited, man, because it's been 1 year since my last fight. And coming off a loss, it's more motivating because it doesn't matter if you lose it, but what matters is how you come back. You come back strong or you decide to stay small. So I just want to come back and set the statement and go on from there. I'm very excited. This is what I feel like I was born to do. I've been fighting ever since I was 8 years old, and just can't wait to be in the ring. It felt like eternity this long year.
Yeah, boxing needs you in the ring. It's an exciting time to be a part of boxing, and clearly this card on Saturday night is a perfect example of that. Adam, you took the fight against Oscar on 1 day's notice. It was an incredible fight. Everybody still talks about it. You wanted this rematch. Are you surprised it's happening?
I'm surprised it's happening. Oscar told me he'd give me the rematch after our first fight, but it never came about. You know, he went on, he won his world title. We both went our separate ways, but we come back full circle, and I think it's a great time that we both fighting at this time on this card. It's a huge fight. People have been wanting to see it. I'm very excited for it.
How has working with Eric Brown helped you dial things in?
Eric Brown is such a great coach. He's brought out the best in me. Every single day I'm in the gym, he's making sure I'm on my P's and Q's, or I might get smacked that day. Yeah. He's definitely an old school coach, definitely pushed me to my limits every single day, and I think he got the best out of me this camp for sure.
Oscar, he was surprised he got the rematch. Why was it important to you to offer him the rematch and get back with him?
Like you said before, after the first fight, you know, we said we're gonna get the match, and it was like I said, it's perfect timing. Yeah. Perfect timing. I just want to step in the ring. I want to thank Bob and Top Rank, my manager Frank Espinola. I love fighting. But again, that's to do with being gym on Saturday night.
Bob, I want to bring you in here. You're sitting here like a ninja. You don't say much until I call upon you. We got an amazing 10-round lightweight bout with Murataya Nakatia and a 10-round junior lightweight bout here, Valdez and Lopez. Talk about these four guys for a little bit, because they've been such a big part of Top Rank boxing.
Well, you have to understand, we have an incredible main event, which is a pick'em fight with Haney and Lomachenko. And it really behooves us to dress up the card with the best fights that we could make. And the two fights up here are tremendous contests, really good betting fights, good close fights, and the fans will enjoy them. And the fans are going to enjoy the entire night. The card is loaded. You'll see tomorrow with the fighters, young fighters who start with ESPN Plus, and then a championship fight on ESPN, and it's really a tribute to boxing, because the main event, these two warriors, Haney and Loma, deserve the best possible card that we could give them.
Oscar, I want to come back to you. I'm more of a boxer. I don't really consider myself a hard-hitting fighter, but I can do all different styles. I can bang. If the guy boxes, I can pressure. If I'm a pressure guy, I can also box. Whatever the fighter brings, I'll switch it up. You've been candid about your relationship with Eddie Reynoso and how he's helped you. What are some of the things that you took away from your last fight that you have spent working on and improving on, so that we see a different Oscar in the ring with a different mindset?
You always learn from Eddie Reynoso. Eddie Reynoso is a great trainer, and like I said, well, I always thank Eddie for giving me the time that we need to keep on improving, because we all know he has the big guy, the face of boxing. He has Canelo Alvarez, so that will take a lot of time from him. But him giving me the time and the effort to keep on improving and learning, I always thank him. And we always work on a lot of things. But one thing that's always clear for me is he always works on the defense area. And it doesn't mean we're not going to be offensive at the time, but we always got to keep that defense in every moment, so no surprises come. But with my fight against Shakur Stevenson, it was completely different, because Shakur Stevenson is a great fighter. He's very technical, has a great ring IQ. So it was a great learning experience from fighting Shakur.
The last time you fought Adam, a lot of people in boxing said the fight was prematurely stopped. A lot of chatter on social, people commenting. Did part of that weigh in on the rematch, saying, hey, look, let's just do it again, and let me show you what this is all about?
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, we said it before, we were going to have a rematch, and due to the fact that people were commenting and saying that they want the rematch because it was our early stoppage, then I said, okay, we have to do this. Eventually, we're gonna end up doing it, and I think right now is the perfect moment. So we're ready.
Yeah, it is the perfect moment. It's the perfect fight for this card as well. Adam, quote, I've had a lot more time to think about Oscar. I'm a lot older now. I've got more experience. It's going to be a different story. How do you change the ending to this story on Saturday night?
I'm a different fighter, man. He fought me, I was 23 years old with 15 fights. You know, I'm 27 now. I got 21 fights. I've been in there with some of the best since him. You know, I've taken some losses, but I've learned from them losses. I've never turned down no fights. I take hard fights every single time I'm out there, you know, and I learn from them every single time. I'm learning inside and outside the ring. So the time I'm in right now, I'm the best I've felt, the best I've been, the best shape I've been in. It's a different story. If he thinks it's going to be an easy fight, he's in for a long night.
I said it to Oscar, I say it to you, boxing is better with you in the ring. We're excited to see you in there. There's a lot of talk about Navarrete and Lopez. Do you want to play spoiler to that conversation?
I'm definitely here to mess up the game plans, for sure.
Oscar, any last comments before we wrap it up and we let you guys face it off for the first time?
All good. I'll just let my fist do the talking Saturday night.
Yeah, these two fights Saturday night, ladies and gentlemen, are going to be absolute fireworks. And as to Bob's comment, the card is absolutely stacked. Gentlemen, I'm going to ask you now to just simply leave your microphones on your chairs, and we're going to let you face off for the first time. And then we are going to bring out our main event. Everybody watching, please sit tight. We're going to let these guys face it off for the first time this week.
preference Haney or Loma? When they bring them to each side? Did you Haney? Okay, I'll do that. Okay. I got some hot ones for Devin. Open to suggestions. Between fighting on the inside, punching out of the clinch, and being dirty.
It's like that music they play in the background while you're choosing selecting your soldier on a video game.
Yeah. Select your fight. Skip.
And then you know, I didn't see the TV. You see right here, people who are on TV that you know. Okay, initially. Apparently, he was reading all the he was getting more solid. But he was also like this. Rolly was making some connections with you. It's hard to win. He's 40 years old. It looks like 65. How about smile? Yes, Bob. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I predicted. We would win game 5, we would lose game 6, we would come back to
It's never a good sign to get out.
ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back inside the MGM Grand Garden Arena here in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. This is boxing. This is Top Rank, presented by Hall of Fame boxing promoter Mr. Bob Barum. I say that every time, but rarely is he sitting right beside me. Bob, how excited are you about this main event Saturday night?
Well, if you're a boxing fan, you have to be tremendously excited. This is what boxing is all about. Two evenly matched guys, two tremendous professionals fighting for supremacy. I can't wait for Saturday night.
I can't wait to bring them up. They're in the building, so let's bring them up here. Please welcome the former unified lightweight champion of the world, Vasiliy Lomachenko and Igis Klimas, and the youngest undisputed champion in the modern era, Devin the Dream Haney and Bill Haney. Gentlemen, come on up. Welcome, gentlemen. Guys, thank you for spending some time. Fight week well underway. Champ, we'll start with you. Now that we're into fight week, do you feel any different, or are you just rolling with it?
Oh man, alhamdulillah, I'm happy that fight week is finally here. This is all a dream come true for me. It's crazy that it's finally here. I've trained, I had a great training camp, me and my team, and it's go time, Saturday night.
Bill, I want to bring you in right away. I asked you this yesterday at Grand Arrivals, but I want to dig in a little bit deeper. When you take the training hat off and you sit there beside your son as father, how proud are you?
Oh, I'm extremely proud. This is something that Devin has been working towards. We've had a great example of a father and son duo with Loma and his dad, who've been an epitome of professionalism and a hard-working journey. So it's a great opportunity on this big stage for me and Devin as a duo to our climax be a fight against a hell of a team like Lomachenko team.
It's been a lot of talk, a lot of amazing blood, sweat, and tears programs. Top Rank's done an incredible job promoting this fight. Devin, you've said consistently over and over, he should have fought you 4 years ago. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, no, Top Rank ESPN has done a tremendous job, promoting the fight. This is the one. This is the big one for me, and I'm happy with the way that Top Rank has did the promotion. But yeah, I definitely feel like he should have fought me 4 years ago. Well, I would have at least got my shot 4 years ago. But Allah is a perfect planner, and now the time has finally come. It's going to be worse than it would have been 4 years ago for him.
Loma, Igis, welcome to the stage. Thank you guys so much for being here. Loma, you had this opportunity to fight for the undisputed titles, but you turned it down to return to your homeland and fight for your country. Talk about that for a minute and how that impacted your life and this journey getting to where we are today.
Hi everyone. Look, it's hard to say because it's you can change nothing. If you say something or do something, it's nothing change. I think only God can change. So we need to do just pray and ask Him about stop this war.
Absolutely. Igis, I want to ask you, was there concern from you and the camp and everybody involved when that decision was made?
First of all, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for having us here in Vegas. Beautiful, beautiful city, good boxing, mega city. Of course, when we, with the Top Rank, made this road for Lomachenko to fight Kambosos and go to Australia, we were very excited. And then I made a phone call to Vasiliy and said, look, we have an opportunity to go on to fight with Kambosos, and for all those titles you were dreaming. And the answer was, Igis, no, I'm not going. It's not what is on my mind. Right now, I can't think about my career. I can't think about boxing. All I can see right now is just our country is being bombed, people getting killed, and everybody here in this country needs me here. I can't go aboard. so I'm sorry. And I said, would be a last opportunity. And he says, if it's meant to be, that's what it's meant to be. My decision is to stay here. And in the beginning, I kind of like, wow, we are working so hard to do that. That was my kind of like a first thoughts. But after that, I realized how strong he is and how good human being and how good man he is. And I told him, you're better than me for sure.
Yeah. There are a lot of things more important than the sport of boxing. One of them is patriotism, particularly when your country is in the grips of defending itself from a terrible aggressor. And it's a small country compared to the size of the aggressor. But with will and determination, look how this thing is turning out. The Ukrainians are giving better than they're taking from the Russians. And I salute all of the people in Ukraine. And I salute Vasiliy Lomachenko for the stand he took, staying behind to defend his country rather than participate across the globe in Australia in a fight.
Loma, now that we're here and you've had a camp and you've talked about this being your dream for so long, and now it's here Saturday night. How locked in are you? I'm hearing the term from your camp, locked in, a lot. How has camp been and how locked in are you?
It was hard, like always. It was very hard, but it was more motivation. It was big motivation for me because I understand it's a last chance to be undisputed. That's why it's every train, every day, push me, and push me. And now, 4 more days.
Devin, I want to come back to you, man. This is an unbelievable weekend. We talked about it a little bit yesterday. This is your hometown, pulling up to MGM Grand. You talked about as a kid seeing all of the big fights here. This is your big weekend. Is this your toughest opponent to date, even though you hold all the belts and you went to Australia twice? Is this the toughest fight of your life?
I mean, every fight, up to date is, your toughest test because, it's only more at stake, every fight, we want to win every fight. So, on paper, this is my toughest test. But I look to make it an easy night on Saturday night and as easy as possible and come out victorious.
You wanted this one. You've been calling for it. Here we are.
Yeah, I've been calling for it for, like I said, 4 years. But the time is finally come. I take my hat off to him for even, giving me a shot after 4 years. I respect everything that he's, did his decision to, stay and fight for his country and all that. That gave me the shot and it aligned for me to get my shot to go to Australia. So it was only right that I give him the shot as well, like a true champion should. And I look to put on a great fight for the fans on Saturday night.
Do you ever step back and look at how far you've come in such a short amount of time? And we talk about ESPN, we talked about blood, sweat, and tears. What an incredible journey this has been. All of this exposure, these documentaries, cameras following you around. And 24 years old.
Yeah, man, everything I knew that one day all of this would come, but alhamdulillah that it came faster than what I thought it would. But I worked hard for it. I dedicated, I've been dedicated since I was 7 years old. Put my all into it, and it prepared me for these big moments. Everything up to this point, fighting in Tijuana, going to Australia, doing all these things it all prepared me for this point. And I'm blessed to be here. I'm happy to be here, and I'm having fun.
Bill, I want to ask you the same thing. Did you ever think in your wildest dreams we'd be here now at this point in his career at this age?
It's just truly been an amazing journey. It took a lot of people behind the scenes to make this thing happen. Devin has been wanting to fight. It was important to him while we were coming back from Australia, while the plane still had turbulence. He wanted to go to New York to challenge Vasiliy Lomachenko and to give the people of Ukraine the opportunity to see their champion fight for Undisputed. So that meant a lot to us. you know, it was great people that worked on it, such as Lou DiBella, our attorney John Hornhuer, who really worked behind the scenes and said, if this fight can happen, it's going to happen. And he was a man of his word. We were thankful for it, and now we're here.
We're all here, and we're all thrilled that you guys are here, both parties. Incredible families of boxing. And we can go through the card and talk about all of the families involved in Saturday night, and I think that's what puts this one leaps and bounds above others. There's been some talk, you guys, this week. Loma, he called you an amateur, and you haven't fought anyone like him. He's going to walk all over you.
I don't want to talk about this.
You guys were in the tunnel just here yesterday. MGM Grand, our cameras were following you, and you called him dirty a little bit. He said at breaks, he doesn't break, he likes to throw punches. You guys okay over there? So the chatter's been happening this week, like it's starting.
Yeah, I mean, it's fight time, you know. I just call a spade a spade. I know what he's preparing for, but at the end of the day, we're prepared for whatever he brings to the table, and it won't matter. Whatever, if you want to make it a dirty fight, we got answers.
Iggy, you've been in this game a long time. Is this the biggest fight that you've been a part of?
It's one of the biggest, but I've been involved in the very big fights. I've been involved in the stadiums with 90,000 people fight around the world, including UK, Saudi Arabia, United States, T-Mobile's arena. So yes, it's one of the biggest. But I just wanted to ask a question to the whole people around here. I wanted to ask a question. First of all, I wanted to thank Haney. I wanted to thank the Haney family, Bill, Devin, for giving this opportunity for Vasiliy to fight for his dream. And very thankful for Top Rank, ESPN, promoting this fight. Thank you guys very much. Without you, it wouldn't be happening. I like the talk going between the camps. I like that. But I also very like the respect going from both camps to each other. Usually it's going like, swearing to each other and ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba until we're going to go to the ring. This is going a very good, nice promotion. I wanted to thank everybody. Second, what I wanted to say is, what's the question was?
Vegas, we're only a little bit mad that you wouldn't have given us the opportunity that we're giving you right now. We're just only a little bit mad.
4 years ago?
Anytime. Would you have ever given us the opportunity that we're giving you guys right now?
Look, 4 years ago, Lomachenko came in already as an established boxer. He didn't have a time in his career to go and to fight the young fighters. 4 years ago, you're going to agree with me, Devin was not a big name in the boxing. Devin didn't have any titles. Lomachenko was always chasing champions, the big names. So
you told me it would never happen. You told me it would never happen, and we believe in God, we believe in Allah, and we know that Allah knows best. You said it would never happen, and I said, we'll see.
And you were right at that point, because I never was thinking Devin was going to be an undisputed champion, and he is. And, it's more respect to him. And that's what we're at.
Have anybody else ever run your phone like we called your phone to fight Lomachenko? Is there anyone else raising their hand to fight this great fighter?
First of all, you know better than me, we are in the boxing business. We have a different promoters, we have a different networks, and you guys were with a Matchroom, you were on the Zone, we were with a Top Rank, we were on the ESPN. Even Lomachenko had a signed agreement with ESPN exclusivity. We couldn't go to the Zone no matter what. So it is what it is, but right now we're here.
Is there any other top fighter that has run your phone to fight Vasiliy Lomachenko? No, that's the answer.
No.
So to the people, this is a tough guy, Lomachenko, 3 division world champion, 2 Olympic medals. My son, 24 years old, has been chasing him because he's a great fighter. Let's make that understood. No one is chase Lomachenko the way he is because he's a great fighter, and Devin is putting himself to the test and giving the Ukraine people something to hope for and a champion as Lomachenko.
I'll tell you one thing, everybody was running from Lomachenko. It was hard to get somebody in the ring with Lomachenko. And you were chasing, exactly, yes. So Saturday night, I think, is going to be a very, very nice and a good fight for the fans, for the world of boxing. But I forgot what you asked me, Mark.
No, this is the way it's supposed to be. I don't even care. I'm not going to ask any more questions for the rest of the afternoon. I think we just sit here and we freeball and see what happens. I want to go back to the biggest fight comment, because that's what I started with. But your answer, you said, hey, stadiums, 90,000, 100,000, T-Mobile Arena, Las Vegas. Take all of that away, and I want to pose the same question to Bill. I'll give you both an opportunity. How does this fight differ in your gut, in your soul, in your heart when it comes to winning this fight?
Look, over those years we've been working with Vasiliy since he started a pro. We became friends. We became like a father and a son. We became very close. So his dreams are my dreams. Every time in the 10 years I was hearing, when we're going to do Undisputed, when we're going to do Undisputed. So now you're asking me how big fight, how do we want that fight? It's the same thing like you ask a blind man, do you want to see? Yes, we want this fight. It's a big fight and we ready for it. He is ready. I'm sorry, not I, me, him.
Well, I think that's a good Freudian slip, because I think you have to be ready too. Bill?
Well, simple and plain. We started this journey when Devin was 8 years old. And along the journey, I asked Devin how good did he want to be. And he said he wanted to be one of the best that ever put on a pair of gloves. And to be that, you must step up to these kind of challenges. He's evolved into an incredible young man, both inside and outside the ring. I couldn't be more happy with his decision. He is the boss of our company, and we're moving straight ahead.
I love that. Loma, I want to come to you. You have been complimentary of Devin, his skill, his ability, but you said it's nothing new, and you have a job to do. All the belts are on the line. How do you walk out of the ring holding them on Saturday night?
Look, he really a high-level boxer. He understands boxing. He knows what he needs to do. He can use his reach. He can use his feet and feeling distance. But I have a big experience in this sport, and it will be very interesting for me.
Devin? Hearing him compliment you like that, but also know that he has a job to do?
Yeah, I mean, we both have a job to do. You know, he has many good attributes that he does in the ring, but it's for me to go in there and crack the code and exploit his weaknesses.
I mentioned this earlier, Vegas is home. How do you and your team put pause on Vegas and all of the distractions that come along with that? You being at home, all your friends, all your family blowing you up. Hey, I need tickets. Can you get me into the suite? You got a credential for me? How do you separate all of that stuff so that you can just focus on the task at hand? Can you give us a little insight as to the camp and the family around you that's got your back?
I mean, it's tunnel vision for me. You know, I don't see nobody else, nothing else but Loma and being victorious. You know, the ticket's going to do what they're going to do. Everything's, you know, I got a team that takes care of those things. But my main focus is Loma winning the fight. You know, I put my all into training camp. I push myself, and I'm ready to go. All the other, you know, things that come with a big event, you know, it is what it is. It comes with the territory. But my main focus is being victorious.
Ramadan fell during camp. We documented it in the series. It was incredible to see. A lot of friends who are Muslim who had to fast for the month. You guys went downtown. You gave out food. You went above and beyond. Was it difficult for you to put your faith aside for a little bit or approach it in a different way during camp?
Yeah, it was definitely, you know, difficult because I wanted to fast. Most of my family was fasting during Ramadan, and I fasted for, I want to say, almost 2 weeks, or a little bit under 2 weeks or whatever. But I wanted to fast with my family and, you know, make the sacrifices. But Allah understands that, you know, this is my job. This is how I feed my family. So that's when, you know, I made zakat and gave back as much as I could. But so much blessings always come for me and my family after Ramadan. After Ramadan, the biggest blessings come to me, I feel. And the fight game is right after Ramadan, and this is a blessing. And me being victorious would be even more of a blessing. So, like I said, once again, I'm excited for Saturday night.
Loma, you've said time and time again, you like danger. There's danger over here. Saturday night, is this the most dangerous opponent that you think you've ever faced?
Maybe I can answer after Saturday night. Then I check this one. But of course, right now it's the most important moment in a boxing right now.
Without question, Bob, this is a fight of fights. Our T-shirts say Top Rank since 1966. Where does this one rank among your list of favorite fights to have promoted?
This ranks right up with the best ones. Why? Because it's so competitive and there are so many opinions out there as to who will win. The odds are very, very close. So that means it's a really good betting fight. And if a fight is a good betting fight and people believe it's going to be so competitive, there's nothing better in boxing or in sports. And so I am so pleased with these two fighters, with the determination that they brought with them. This will be a great fight and a great night for the sport of boxing.
Everybody in this room who works in boxing has a pound-for-pound list. Do you pay attention to that? And after Saturday night, victorious, where are you on that list in your mind?
Yeah, I mean, the world has seen me, pay attention to the pound-for-pound list and, feel a way about it. But at the end of the day, it's only an opinionated list, and it is what it is. My main focus is being victorious, beating Loma, and wherever they put me on the pound-for-pound list, it should be high.
Loma, you've been on top of that list pretty much your entire professional career. What does a fight like Saturday night mean to you, aside from the belts and Undisputed? Because I know at the end of the day, it's just simply about that. But rank this fight in the history of your career now, where that lives and what that does for you.
Look, Seth, it's mean then you put the goal in your life, you need to take it. If you can do this from first time, you can try to do this from second time and again. But you need to take your goal, your dream. This is what I try to do, and it's mean if I take it, I'll be really very, very happy. And thanks for God, thanks for to my promoter, my top-ranked company, my manager, my family, my father, and all people who support us.
Styles make fights, and clearly we have two incredible styles taking the ring Saturday night. Bill, are there things that you guys worked on specific to his style that we will see possibly that we didn't or haven't seen from Devin?
Preparing for a Lomachenko, you can prepare for everything that you see him do, but he has the ability to rise to a different level. All champions of yesteryear, they bring out a gear that you haven't seen. So you can't just necessarily prepare for him. We can do our best to prepare. Devin has an array in his toolbox. We brought out every weapon. We've dusted it off. I'm confident that Devin will make the adjustment needed on the May the 20th. But I have a question for Mr. Aaron. Sir, where will you rank the winner of this fight? And in terms of the pound for pound, or even as a future great, as an all-time great?
Bill, that is a trap question because I got so many young fighters out there that if I ever mentioned anything about pound for pound, they'd be on my ass in 30 minutes. So, Bill, you got to let me off the hook.
Yes, sir.
But I can say my world, if Devin gonna win, he's gonna have my vote, pound for pound #1.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Inshallah.
And vice versa.
Yeah, I think everybody in the room agrees that this is the fight of fights. We've been waiting for this one a long time. What's up, brother? Igas, for you, the same question that I just posed to Bill. Styles make fights. This has the potential to be absolute fireworks.
Now it's going to be, I guarantee, for not for a single guy, it's going to be just a walking in the park. It's going to be a very, very hard fight for the both sides. I hope they prepared as much as I can see. They are prepared. I know for a fact Loma prepared. Let's do it on a Saturday night.
The boxing community has the utmost respect for both of you guys. It is an absolute privilege for us in the boxing world to have this fight happening. I think we can all agree that this is something that the community, this sport, needs more of. If you end up with all the belts on your shoulder like you got them right now on Saturday night, where do you go from here? Where do you see yourself going next?
It's a lot of big fights to be made. For me, I'm still young. I want to fight the best fighters in the world. My main focus is being victorious on Saturday, and then we're gonna, go back, talk to my dad, Top Rank, my team, and then we'll see what's next. But my main focus is being victorious, because without being victorious, then I don't get those big fights that I want. And right now, this is the Super Bowl of the lightweight division. This is the biggest fight, the best fight, and the best for all the marbles, the king of the division. So I could never look ahead.
Bill, you said earlier he's the CEO of the company, but this is a family affair. Where do you see the next steps leading? Because there is a big business to boxing, right? And this has been an unbelievable couple of years for your son. Truly remarkable.
Well, I met with Bob on several occasions. I've told him and Jeremy Kriegel that Devin is a hot knife and Top Rank is butter. That we believe that when we came over, that it wasn't about any preparing for any kind of fights, no development fights, that Devin wanted to be in the biggest and the best fights that Top Rank and the world could offer. I told him we had the 2 fights with Kambosos, and we sat down to talk about what that third fight looked like. We wanted the best fight. We wanted them to put on whoever they felt their best fighter was. We weren't trying to win 2, take an easy touch and run out the door. Devin is a quintessential businessman, and we just wanted him to.
He's just whispering sweet nothings into my ear.
Yeah, no, but we wanted more than anything to know that we've never stiffed any of our business partners. We've been every deal that we've entered into, we fulfilled the contract, and it was very important to us that this third fight be a fight that Bob wanted and the Top Rank team wanted, and if there was something else that was on the table, we were open to maybe talk about it or whatever. But right now, we're focused on Lomachenko, and the rest will work itself out.
Loma, I want to ask the same question to you. Saturday night, 4 belts draped over your shoulder. What would you see next for yourself and your camp?
I just want to come back my home and start thinking and start life, real life, and that's it. If we're talking about future, boxing future, I don't know. It's too long, and right now I'm focused only on Saturday night.
Very good. Devin was whispering in my ear. The words free agency came out of his mouth into my ear after this fight. Elaborate on that and what you meant.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot. I see a lot of, people talking about, me being a free agent after this and, this and that. But, Top Rank has done a tremendous job with this event, Bob, and, the whole team. And, I'm happy with what they've done with me so far. And they got a lot of, good fighters, that are good future opponents over there on Top Rank. So I'm excited to, see what's next. But I like being with ESPN. I like working with Bob and Top Rank, and this is my home.
And I will say candidly with you guys, it's literally one family to another. You know, I was embraced by Bob and Brad and Carl and the team at Top Rank 6 years ago, and it truly is a family here at Top Rank, and you see it with Loma and his family, you see it with Devin and his family, and I think that's what makes Saturday night incredibly special. It is one for the ages. It is one you do not want to miss. ESPN.com pay-per-view. You do not want to miss this undisputed lightweight championship of the world. Gentlemen, thank you so much for spending time with us. We're going to ask you now to leave your microphones on the stage, and you're going to have a standoff right here, a face-off right here in front of us, the first one of the week. On behalf of everybody here at Top Rank and MGM in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow.
He don't want it. Did you get them? Hey, did you get us water?
Get the questions out of the way. No, you're with the team this one.
Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Aquí con el campeón indiscutido del peso ligero, Devin Haney, The Dream. I remember you fighting in Tijuana at the terrace at the Grand Hotel in Tijuana. It's a long, long way to be in the Undisputed and right now the main event here in Vegas.
Yeah, this is a blessing. I'm happy that this time is through. I dream times like this. So I'm blessed that I'm here. It's a huge event. I'm happy with the promotion that
and finally, it's like a homecoming for you. You know, you go to Australia and won those fights. So it wasn't easy.
Yeah, no, I took a long route to get here. That's what makes this moment even sweeter for me. I'm starting Tijuana. I went to Australia. I traveled to get to this moment. So it was always great, and I'm happy, with the route that I took. Blessed to be here. I'm excited.
You was looking for Vasiliy Lomachenko many years ago, and finally you give the chance to fight him.
Yeah. One thing I would have beat him in, and I know I beat him now. So it was like easy to be made for me.
Do you feel that this is your biggest test right now?
Yeah, on paper, it's my most accomplished opponent to date. I'm there and make it as easy as possible.
Do you feel that this is the time to prove that there is a real king in 135, and it's not your Vonta Davis?
Yeah, I mean, I proved that already. When he had me on the belts, there's nobody that has a belt in the 135-pound division, and that's because of me. So I proved that I'm the king, but now the king has to defend it and ride. That's what I'll do.
The promotion say that it's gonna be like a chess match. Do you feel that it's gonna be like a chess match, or gonna be like a fireworks match this Saturday?
We just gotta see. We're prepared for everything. Anything that he brings to the table, we'll have answers for. So whatever kind of fight it is, we're ready.
What is your prediction? Knockout or points or any way?
Victory.
Just victory.
Victory.
Thank you so much. Devin Haney con nosotros aquí en ESPN Cup. Thank you so much. This is for the channel. Thank you. Thank you. Vamos para el lado.
All right, guys.
All right, guys.
Don't ask the same questions once you hear it.
Too early, man. Devontae Davis is picking you. Is picking Lomachenko to beat you. What's your thoughts on that?
Hey, everybody got their right to their their own opinion. It is what it is. I was picking. I wouldn't say I was picking Ryan, but I was somewhat picking Ryan. I was saying that it would be a closer fight than what it was, and I was wrong. So I mean, it's about me going there and proving all the doubters and the non-believers wrong.
Devin, in the build-up to this fight, you said you want to end the career, push Vasiliy Lomachenko into retirement. Do you feel like this is a bit personal now?
Nah, it's at the end of the day, it's business. It's a fight that I've been wanting for a long time, and now the time has finally come, and I'm just gonna take care of business.
Hey, champ, you said that after this fight, we know that you was gonna be a free agent, but now you like to stay with Top Rank. So you want to stay with Top Rank moving forward?
Yeah, we just got to see. I like what Top Rank has done with the promotion. Everything that they, put into it. It's been a big buzz around it, and I'm happy with it. And we'll see. Once I'm victorious, then I can tell you more about it. But I'm pleased with the way Top Rank has been handling things.
Chad, Jermell Charlo also came out stating, if Lomachenko is old, quote, I'm old too. Charlo's picking Lomachenko to beat you. Does that surprise you?
Like I said, whoever. It's everybody has a right to their own opinion. It's boxing. At the end of the day, I'm proved the non-believers and the people who's picking me to lose, I'm proving wrong.
Devin, you've said that you didn't feel you was very impressed by Vasily's last performance. There's no doubt in the ability he has, but do you feel like you're fighting a faded version of Lomachenko?
No, we're prepared for the best Loma. We're prepared for it. We watched his best performances, and when he was at his best, he was coming off of war and a bunch of stuff. So we're not gonna hold that one performance. We're gonna we're studying the best ones, and we're prepared for whatever he brings to the table. We've been studying him. We know the things he does good. We know the things that he does bad. We know his habits. We know what he likes, what he doesn't like, and we look to exploit it.
What did you see in the face-off right there? Because I know you did one in a press conference.
At the end of the day, he's a true champion. He's battle tested. He's going to show up to fight on Saturday night, and so am I. So it is what it is.
I know a lot has been made of your size. Everybody talks about your size, and you even stated that moving up to 140 is sooner rather than later. How was it making weight this camp?
Oh man, the weight has been tremendous difference from this camp to last camp. I also had my chef here 8 weeks this camp. Last fight I had him for 4 weeks. First Cambosis fight I had him for 6 weeks. So this fight I was able to bring him in early. Before that, the last fight he was working with Triple G, so I only had him 4 weeks. So that was a big reason of why I look dry on the scale. But this training camp has been great. I've been very disciplined, and I'm prepared to make the weight healthy and come in strong on Friday night.
Devin, you're obviously a big guy for the weight, and a lot has been made about how much longer you feel you've got at the weight. With that in mind, you've mentioned the potential Shakur or Tank fights. Are they the only two you'd be tempted to stay at 135 for? And if so, what
you got to see. I'm not even focused on any of those fights right now. My main focus is Loma, being victorious, and then we can go from there. After Saturday night, once I'm victorious, I'll tell you what's next and how I felt and everything like that. My main focus is Lomachenko. That's the only person that I see. That's all I've been, watching, studying, for this 8-week training camp. The 8 weeks that, maybe it's like 9 weeks out that we signed the fight or whatever. And I knew I was fighting, but I've been training for months.
Would you say this is one of the best camps you have, and how do you feel physically?
I feel great. I pushed myself like I do every camp. Like I said, I was a lot more disciplined this camp. With me, my chef being there, my work ethic never was ever a problem. It was always just, the weight is what, was bothered me the last time, and it was just because I didn't have my chef for my whole training camp. But other than that, man, I pushed myself.
How important is it for you?
Last question, guys.
Hey, Dev, how important is it for you to have a pure dominant fight? Like when you went over to Australia, people said, hey, there could be a potential robbery. But, you fully dominated to the point there wasn't. In this same case, I know we saw the Rolly fight last week. Do you feel that you have to put on a 10, 11 rounds performance, or you feel
no, man, my team is doing the right things to make sure the judges is everything. And, that's not my focus right now. My focus is going in there, putting on the best performance that I can, and being dominant as I can. And, let the judges do their job. I'm going to do my job and coming out with the W.
You mentioned being dominant.
Everybody outside of yourself, the other top lightweights, are all southpaws. Tank, Shakur, Loma.
Yeah.
You're the only orthodox fighter. Do you think you could pick up habits from this fight with Loma being skilled like this?
Yeah. Definitely. Every fight you gain experience. With him being a southpaw, him being tricky as he is and having as much skills, definitely can pick up some experience and some new tricks and use them against the other guys. But like I said, I gotta be victorious and win and get past Loma, and then we'll see what's next.
Appreciate it.
Thank you guys.
Blue. So, Blue, how does it feel to grab that?
Devin?
I don't have
You got the drink? Grab them right there. I'm going to grab them. Thank you.
Sean going around. I got him another pass.
Did you still have his number? Some of the shit he said, I think I gave you some really good quotes for it.
I used them.
Did you?
Wait, you're good at setup and take one.
Do you think Loma has it?
I don't get to see the fight.
That's why.
Well, Vasiliy, Saturday you went to Teofimo Lopez is fighting Josh Taylor. Maybe not for Undisputed because the belts have been broken up, but he is the guy, right? Whoever wins that fight would be the main guy at 140. I know 135 is maybe a little big for you already, but is a rematch with Teofimo, if he were to get a victory over Josh Taylor, does that interest you, and how do you see that fight playing?
Of course it's interesting. Now it looks like personal.
You're asking about 140?
Just because it's Teofimo and he fought him before, that's all.
If he wants to fight a Canelo.
Yeah, I mean, Canelo was on to fight Usyk. That was kind of crazy.
You're going to the Hall of Fame when you retire. But you were compared to guys like Sugar Ray Leonard and Ali, and Do you feel like to truly be great like them, you have to win this fight Saturday?
No, I don't want to compare with these great fighters. I don't want to compare myself, but I do all my best. I just want to bring in the boxing something interesting, something high level skill. And this is, I think, what I does. I still do. I think so.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Loma. Oh, did Devin just get out of here? Yeah. Okay, all right. Well, let me get this up to them.
I talked to the coach the entire practice. My daughter's up.
Right. Yeah. Is that pretty like? Is it pretty like We still live? All right, y'all.
Just go send your stuff.
I am.
Send your stuff. I already got my stuff. It's really fucking cool. Wow. Like I said, I just can't. Yeah.
All fun. Thank you.
Your mouth looks like smile like that.
Well, money too, but I'm saying, you want to walk around saying you're the greatest, you better just fight the greatest. If you did it, then I'll call you out. If you were older and you won an undisputed title, that's what I was saying about if the Lakers won a championship this year, LeBron should just fall. No. See, what I'm saying, he's old. What is he going to do after that? Right now, so 2 p.m. we leave the bowl and we Russian report. Okay. Yeah, so we might get out of here before that. Okay. So we'll wait for the party. Yep.
Yes. Oh, you still leaving? More now.
I heard that too. I said, why they bring
Are you already fought? As the academy is
have a band do that too? It is or isn't, because I said Europe is different. Bands do that too. Bands play in Europe to 100,000 people.
Alright, so all the fighters are good to go.
We're down to you're the one who's calling in.
No, he said, you got a standard that you, I said, I was excited.
Okay, Mike, we're good. We're good.
I didn't hear him call it on the radio. Just told me right now.
I see Rossi do it. Yeah, I think Rossi gave it for everything.
But was it just him or Andrew? I know he heard me.
It's a renaissance.
We know you ride town. We know you hug the balls. You're consistent. You're consistent with it. Consistent ball hugs. Now you don't want the truth. You don't want the truth. Ellie over there, a very wise guy over there, right there. Live on FightHype TV. Devin Haney, yeah. Ellie said back behind him. Vamos por partes para ir por dijeron dos protagonistas de la pelea en una talla y en la carrera. Esto dijeron. It was everybody Marcus Viggs for FightHype TV, powered by después de luchar en una talla tenía la oportunidad de escuchar lo que decía Oscar Vázquez Fierro y Adam López, aquí las palabras de los peleadores.
195 libras le hace Consejo, Asociación, Federación y Organización Mundial de Boxeo. Escuchemos primero a Lomachenko y a explica quién es su manager. Y después de escuchar a Lomachenko, se tocaba el turno de escuchar a Devin Haney y a Bill Haney. Haney está listo.
I don't know, I feel like on the one hand, a lot of people are picking yourself bigger, longer. Other people say, well, this is
Bien, también tuvimos la oportunidad de platicar no solamente con Devin Haney, sino con Lomachenko y palabras de 5-4-3. Bien, dijo que tuvimos la fortuna de platicar con los holandeses, Ana López, con Asa Tila, también que hicimos con Lomachenko. Aquí las palabras. Y bien, excepcional evento, me parece, en esta ocasión, no quiero recibir organización, bueno, bien,
Where is this for the show? Wherever it is for the show, let's have it for the weigh-in so we're not moving it twice. I like it there. Yeah. Not at because before it was at like 5 205 or 207. We can have it there or we can have it behind us. Yeah, no, it's interesting that you put it that way. I think that's what exactly referring to. What is your mind? If you're telling me that's not low for as far as let's face it, like what's your opponent? You don't know boxing. What about
All right, I think I'm gonna get ready to close this live out, guys. Battery's getting low. I'm sending the pressers. We got Devin Haney's scrum coming up. Lomachenko's scrum is coming up. A whole bunch of questions and answers, Q&As being uploaded as we speak. If you guys are just tuning in, you can rewind back. Whoops, I almost dropped that camera. All right, y'all, let me tune out. Let me say goodbye to my good old friends. Working as always. The big man at BT at the crib. All right, y'all, we out. You can see uploading. It's the press room, so. All right, this is my sign out. Ron G over here, FightHype. My boy Sean's a towel over there somewhere. And then BT's at the crib, putting all the hard work in. So, appreciate y'all.